Okay. It's okay if you didn't finish. If you did, that's great, but we're just going to talk about it. Okay. So for number one, my friend work at Dunkin' Donuts. What change did you need to make?
My friend works at Dunkin'
Works.
Donuts.
Yes, we need to have that S at the end of works because my friend would be he or she. He or she works with an S at the end. Are there any other small changes you might make? How about Dunkin' Donuts? Would you change anything?
No.
There's one change I would make. It is, and we're going to be learning about this today if you don't know the rule yet, but Dunkin' Donuts is a name. It's a proper noun, so it needs to be capitalized. So just like we would capitalize any of your names, like when I write Olivia, my O is capital because it's a name. It's a proper noun, so I capitalize. Dunkin' Donuts is the name of a restaurant. We capitalize it. But works. That's what I wanted you to get. Works. Number two, my friends works at home.
My
My
friends
friend
work
works at
work
home.
at home.
Work at home. Good. No S because my friends, plural, would be they. They work, no S, at home. My friends work at home. Okay. Number three, my husband wake up 7 a.m.
My husband
My
wakes
work
up to
of
7 a.m.
Okay, so my husband wakes with an S because husband would be he. He wakes up. And there's one more thing. My husband wakes up 7 a.m. There's one word I need before 7. What is that word?
At
At. Exactly. My husband wakes up at 7 a.m. Good. All right. Number 4. My son speak English at home.
My son speaks
my son
English at home.
Speaks good with an S at the
Yes, he
end
speaks. Yes.
because he, my son, he speaks with an S. How about English? What should we do to English?
Capital letter
Capital
E.
letter. It's the name of a language. Yep, my son speaks English because it's the name of a language at home, and that's the end of our sentence, so a period. My son speaks English at home. This one is a little bit different. This person took on a challenge. My husband go to exercise on weekends.
My
My
husband goes to
Goes.
exercise on weekends.
Good. We have our irregular verb go. So my husband goes, GOES, to exercise. If you wanted to make it more simple, you could also say, my husband exercises on weekends. You don't need to say goes to exercise. You could say, my husband exercises with an S at the end on weekends. One is perfectly fine. Okay. Any questions about those or about the rules that we're following when we write our sentences? The simple present tense, work, works. Okay. All right. So we will jump in today to our Burlington. So in this lesson, we are going to read about students and teachers at an adult school. We will use headings to locate information and use expressions using the vocabulary words make and do, to make and to do. Okay. So adult school. There are many adult schools in the U.S. Adults can learn English, get their high school equivalency diploma, learn a profession, take parenting classes, and many other classes. So what can adults learn at your school? So what are we learning in this class? English. Right?
English, yes.
English. Yes, English as an additional language or as a second language or third or fourth. Right? So English as a second or additional language. At Mount Wachusett, students can also get high school equivalency classes. They can also take classes toward an associate's degree for credit. So there are many things that adults can learn or study at our school. What are the names of some of the teachers at your school? Me. Hi. Some of you know some of you know teacher Debbie as well from Conversation Club. And which countries are the students in your class from? Well, we've talked about
Different countries.
Yes, we have Honduras, we have Haiti, we have Brazil, we have Venezuela, we have China, we have Ukraine, we have Dominican Republic, we have Iran. If I didn't get your country, I apologize. I have them written down, but not all of them. So we have many countries represented, not just in our class, but in all of our ESOL classes. We have many, many countries represented. Okay, so learning some vocabulary. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger. Can I make it? Okay. So we have listen to music, make dinner, watch TV. So in picture number 1, what is he doing? Make dinner, yes. When we cook, we make dinner or we make breakfast. And I love his apron with the polka dots. Number 2, what are these people doing?
Watch TV.
They're watching TV, the verb to watch. And number 3, what is he doing?
Listen to music.
Yes, the verb to listen. Listen to music. Good. Whoop, get back. Okay, I need to make this a little smaller so we can see it. There we go. All right, so we have some more vocabulary. Employer, so that means like a boss, an employer. A medical secretary, and part-time. So this says Susie is a blank. So what is Susie?
Employer.
Employer.
Okay, that's possible. Let's see. Susie is an employer. She has a blank job.
Part-time.
Part-time.
She works 25 hours a week. Dr. Krantz is Susie's blank. Susie likes working. This sentence might help. Susie likes working for Dr. Krantz because she's nice. So is Dr. Krantz Susie's employer or medical secretary? Who is the employer?
Employer.
Dr.
Yes. Yes. Employer in number 3.
Yes, Dr. Krantz is the employer. So what is Susie?
Medical secretary.
Yes. Susie is the medical secretary and she works for Dr. Krantz. Dr. Krantz is Susie's employer. Okay. So my employer is Mount Wachusett Community College. I am an instructor. My employer is the college. Okay. All right, so now let's read about Mario. And we have free time. So free time means time where you can choose what to do. Watch movies, full time. So Mario has a blank job. He works 40 hours a week. What kind of job is it if he works 40 hours a week?
Full time.
Full time, yes. So if you work full time, you work about 40 hours a week or more. So he doesn't have a lot of what? Free time. He's busy. He works a full-time job. He doesn't have a lot of free time. On weekends, he likes to blank and listen to music.
Watch movies.
Watch movies.
Movies.
He likes to watch movies. All right, and Stella. Here's Stella. We have go-to games, fans, and team. Stella loves baseball. She goes to many games to see her favorite.
Go to game.
Teams.
You think team? Okay, so if she's going to the game to see her favorite, probably team. Probably team. Many of her friends are baseball blank too.
Game.
Fans. A fan is somebody who really likes something. So my family are football fans. We like to watch it. We enjoy it. Many people are soccer fans or football outside of the U.S. They're football fans. They enjoy it. They often blank together. So Stella and her friends do what?
Gym.
Go to
They go
games.
to games together. Yes, they enjoy doing it. They go to games together. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. Let me move this so we can see it. Excuse me. Headings.
Right.
So we use headings to locate information in a text. So headings usually come either at the top or they're in larger letters in a text. So they're not small normal letters, they're usually bigger or a different color. Okay. So this says every month Oakwood Adult School has a poster with information about some students and teachers. Look at the poster and answer the questions. Okay, so we'll take a look at this poster. And this asks, what month is the poster for? What month?
September.
October. Yes, October. So we're looking for the name of the month. It is October. What are the headings? So can you see something that is in big letters or maybe different colors? What is one of the headings?
Blue and brown.
Me or student or me or teacher.
Good. One heading is meet our students. The other heading is meet our teachers. Good. How many students are on the poster?
5.
Students.
3. 3, sorry.
3, yes. 3 students. How many teachers?
2.
2 teachers, so 5 people total. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. 3 students, 2 teachers, 5 people. Where could we see a poster like this, and who would read it? So think about a school. Where might you see a poster like this? I know my kids' school has a board up on the wall when you walk in the entryway, and it has the students of the month. They have pictures of the students and their names. So it might be in the school entry or hallway
And in the fall.
in the hall. Maybe on a website. Could we see one on a website?
And the newspaper.
Oh yeah, newspaper, good. I didn't think about that. School entry or hallway or office or library, maybe where a lot of people go. A website, a newspaper. Good. All right, so we're going to read about the students and we'll listen to where are the 3 students from, what are they studying, and what are the students' goals. So where are they from, what are they studying, and what are their goals. So
Thailand.
I'm going to play it so we can listen. I'm going to write down answers, so you might want to do that. Okay, here we go.
October at Oakwood. Meet our students. Arun is from Thailand. He is studying English because he wants to go to college. He feels that his English is improving every day. Sergei is from Russia. He works as a house painter and is a part-time student. He is studying English so that he can speak to his employer. Daria is from Mexico. She's in the adult high school. She is studying for her high school equivalency diploma. Then she wants to be a medical secretary. Meet our...
Okay, so I'll stop there with the information about the students. So where are the 3 students from? So let's start with Arun. Where is Arun from?
Thailand.
Thailand.
Russia.
And Sergey is from Russia. Sergey.
Daria, Mexico.
And Daria's from
Daria's
Mexico.
Mexico.
And what are they studying? So what is Arun studying?
English.
English. What is Sergey studying?
One little finger, tap, tap, tap. Point your finger up.
English.
English also. Good. And what is Daria studying?
Equivalent school.
Diploma.
For her diploma. Yes, for her high school diploma. And what are the students' goals? So what is Arun's goal?
I want go to the college.
He wants to go to college, yes. And Sergey?
Speak.
Okay.
He wants to be able to speak to his employer. It's hard to work with somebody if you can't communicate.
She want to be medical secretary.
Daria wants to be a medical secretary. Good. Okay, so now we're going to read about the teachers. We have Tom and Carmela. What does Tom teach? And what does Tom do in his free time? Where does Carmela teach? And what does Carmela do in her free time? Okay, here we go.
October. Then she wants to be a medical secretary. Meet our teachers. Tom Daniels is a full-time ESL teacher. He likes to watch TV and often shows movies in class. On weekends, he goes to baseball games. He's a big Mets fan. It's his favorite team. Carmela Castello teaches in the adult high school. In her free time, Carmela listens to music. She is also a great cook and often makes dinner for her family and friends.
Okay, so what does Tom teach? What does Tom teach?
Teacher?
ESL teacher.
ESL teacher. So they use the acronym ESL, which means English as a second language. We use the acronym ESOL, English to speakers of other languages, but it's the same thing. And what does Tom do in his free time? What does he like to do?
Watch TV.
Watch TV? And what else?
Often show the movies.
Yep. What does he do on the weekends?
Baseball games.
Baseball games. My son is watching a lot of these days, baseball games. So he likes TV and movies and go to baseball games. Where does Carmela teach? Not what, but where?
Adult high school.
Adult high school. It doesn't say what she teaches. It could be English or math, but she teaches in the adult high school. And what does Carmela do in her free time?
Listen to music.
Listen to music.
Cook.
And cook, exactly. She listens to music and cooks. Fabulous. All right, so make and do are two verbs we use a lot. There are many expressions using those words make and do. Make can be similar to create. So I know, for example, in Spanish, to make and to do are both hacer, but in English, they're different, slightly different. So to make something is similar to create something. So we have make dinner, do housework, make friends, make the bed, do the shopping. So number one, what is he doing here?
Do housework.
Do housework, do chores around the house. Yes, do housework. Number two, what are they doing?
Make the bed.
Make the bed.
Yes, they're making the bed. Number three, what are they doing?
Make dinner.
Make dinner.
Make dinner. Yes, they are making dinner. And number four?
Make friends.
Make friends. Make friends. Number five?
Do the shopping.
Do the shopping. Yes, to do shopping. Okay, let me just look at my... Okay. All right, so now we need to choose the correct answers. Let me make these a little bigger. There we go. So number 1, Mr. and Mrs. Chang make or do their food shopping on the weekend. Do they make food shopping or do food shopping?
Make.
Make. On the
We wouldn't say this very often, but you do the shopping.
Do.
Do the shopping, yes. So Mr. and Mrs. Chang do their food shopping on the weekend. Manuel makes or does his bed every morning.
Makes.
Does.
He makes, yes, he puts it all together. He makes it. Vanessa is making or doing new friends at school this year.
Mm,
Doing.
making. Making.
Making,
Trying.
good. We make friends. We create a friendship. We make friends. Okay. Brian makes or does housework at night.
Does.
Yes, he does housework at night. Yelena makes or does dinner when she gets home from work.
Makes.
She makes dinner. She cooks it. Exactly. Good. Okay. So I don't think we don't have any of our new students here. So if this next lesson is difficult, I do have these lessons in here for review, but these are lessons we have already done this year. For adverbs of frequency, so always, sometimes, usually, never, and also our present progressive tense. I am working. She is exercising. Okay, so these are in here for review, but our new students are not here today. I won't waste time. So I will open this and we're just going to watch this video on just a reminder of adverbs of frequency.
I just started my second year of university as a business student. So for me as a student, speed and accuracy in my grammar is extreme.
ESL Library. Adverbs of frequency. What are adverbs? Adverbs can do many things in a sentence. They can describe verbs, adjectives, other adverbs, or entire sentences. Adverbs of frequency tell us how often an action takes place. For example, my dog is always sleepy. Our teacher often gives us homework. I can never remember his name. What are some common adverbs of frequency in English? What do they mean? An easy way to remember the meaning of frequency adverbs is to match them with percentages. How often do you do something? When talking about frequency, 100% means you do something all the time. 0% means you don't ever do it. The adverb always means 100%. Almost always means about 95%. The adverbs usually and often mean about 80%. Sometimes means around 50%. The adverbs seldom and not very often mean about 20%. Rarely means around 10%. Almost never means about 5%. The adverb never means 0%. There are 3 common sentence patterns for adverbs of frequency in English. The first pattern is be plus adverb. For example, In the sentence, she is never late, the adverb never follows the verb is. Never describes how often she is late. The second pattern is adverb plus verb. For example, in the sentence, we usually eat lunch in the cafeteria. The adverb usually comes before the verb eat. Usually describes how often we eat lunch in the cafeteria. The third pattern is verb plus adverb plus verb. When a verb has two or more parts, the frequency adverb usually follows the first part of the verb. For example, in the sentence, you are always looking at your phone. The adverb always comes between are and looking. Always describes how often you are looking at your phone. Let's look at some more examples of adverbs of frequency in a sentence. It is almost always cold in this room. He's often sick. My friends usually laugh a lot. It rarely rains in summer in my hometown. I can sometimes hear birds in my backyard. Mother is always telling me what to do. Look at the picture and unscramble the words in the sentence. Say or write the sentence. For example, he rarely goes to the gym. Now you try. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Okay, so in this lesson, we are going to review the simple present. I work, he shops, she sleeps, and the present continuous. I am watching. She is exercising. I am going. Okay. Okay, so this says, I usually drive to work. Today, I'm walking. This orange one here. We're sitting in the cafeteria today. We usually don't come here for lunch. We eat in the park. And the last one, he usually doesn't stay home. Today he's sick, so he isn't going to school. Okay, so we need to categorize these sentences. All right, so we have am walking, don't come, drive, eat, are sitting, doesn't stay home, and isn't going. So let's take a look at the top one, this blue one. And it says, I usually drive to work. Today I'm walking. So what does she usually do?
Mario, the farmer,
Drive.
and the cow.
Drive. I love the music. I usually drive to work, but today she's not driving. What is she doing today?
Working.
I'm walking. Good. I usually drive, but today I'm walking.
Gathers eggs. Hi.
I'm sorry, but I do have to mute your music. Okay, so the second one in the orange, it says, we're sitting in the cafeteria today. We usually don't come here for lunch. We eat in the park. So this one is a little tricky because there's three things and they're not in the same order. So what are they doing today?
Are
Sitting.
sitting.
Sitting. Today we are sitting in the cafeteria. What do they usually do?
Don't come.
We usually don't come. Where do they usually eat?
Today.
Where? Where do they usually eat?
Follow.
In the park. Yes.
Yeah.
We usually don't come here for lunch. We eat in the park. So usually we eat in the park. That one was tricky. All right. And this last one, he usually doesn't stay home. Today he's sick, so he isn't going to school. Usually, what does he do?
Doesn't stay home usually.
But today,
Isn't going.
he isn't going to school. Yes. Good. Okay. All right. So we're going to watch these videos on our simple present, right? I work, she sits, and also a short one on our present progressive or present continuous. It's the same thing. I am walking. She is working. Okay. So first,
Okay, so first you're going to find the statistics styling quiz pieces you're going to love.
ES Library. Simple present. What are verb tenses? Verb tenses show the time that an action takes place. The simple present is a verb tense. We use the simple present tense for repeated actions. Repeated actions happen over and over again. For example, I eat breakfast every day. I read in bed every night. I always study after school. Simple present verbs have two forms. Which form do we use? That depends on the subject of the sentence. Subjects can be pronouns. Subjects can also be nouns. We use a base verb when the subject pronoun is I, you, we, or they. I walk to school every day. You always drink coffee. We sometimes eat dessert. They study every night. We use verb plus s when the pronoun is he, she, or it. He reads the newspaper on the weekend. She takes the bus to work in the morning. It sleeps on the couch every day. We base verb when the subject noun is plural. The students take the bus to school. My parents drink coffee every morning. We use verb plus s when the subject noun is singular. The student walks to school every day. My dog always sleeps on my bed. We also use verb plus s when the subject noun is non-count. Snow falls from the sky in winter. My hair grows quickly. Look at the picture and say or write a simple present sentence. For example, she drinks every day. Now you try. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so that one is the simple present. And you can see they used a lot of those adverbs of frequency. Right? Always, never, usually.
Tonight's dinner.
That's odd. Here.
A lot of your time on academic research. You should.
EL Library. Present progressive. What are verb tenses? Verb tenses show the time that an action takes place. The present progressive is a verb tense. We use the present progressive tense for an action that is happening now. A present progressive verb is a continuing action. For example, I am eating dinner. I am playing basketball now. I am texting my friend now. We use be and ing verb to form the present progressive. Which form of be do we use? That depends on the subject of the sentence. Subjects can be pronouns. Subjects can also be nouns. Be changes forms for different subject pronouns. I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, they are. I am eating pizza. You are sleeping. He is making dinner right now. She is riding a bike. It is raining today. We are watching TV now. They are playing basketball. We use are plus ing verb when the subject noun is plural. The students are doing their homework now. My parents are driving to work. We use is plus ing verb when the subject noun is singular. The student is walking to school now. My dog is sleeping on my bed. We also use is plus ing verb when the subject noun is non-count. Water is dripping from the faucet. The ice cream is melting. Look at the picture and say or write a present progressive sentence. For example, you are eating dinner. Now you try. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so hopefully that helped explain some of the rules with our verb tenses. So let's take a look at the rest of these. Okay, so the video talked about, again, our simple present tense. I walk, she walks, or we, you, they walk. For the negative, we add don't or doesn't. If you are talking in the negative, you don't need an S. I don't walk. He doesn't walk. No S. They don't walk. Okay. And just a spelling note at the bottom, when we add our S's, so eats, for example, that's fine, but like we talked about in one of our sentences, goes, it becomes ES, G-O-E-S, goes. Okay, and there are some that end in Y, and you would drop the Y and add IES. So study becomes studies, S-T-U-D-I-E-S. Have becomes has. Okay, those we'll just learn through a lot of practice. All right, and our present continuous, they talked about in the video. I am watching TV. You are watching TV. He, she, it is watching TV. We, you, they are watching TV. Okay, so it's just our form of to be, which we already know. Am, are, is. And then the verb with an ing at the end. I am watching. You are sitting. She is playing. Okay. And then negative, we just add not. I'm not. You are not. He is not. They are not. Okay, so we need to highlight 6 examples of the simple present. A little bit bigger here. 6 examples of the simple present and 4 examples of the present continuous. So let me bring up my annotations here. So remember, our simple present means I work, she plays, they sleep, and then our present progressive, I'm sorry, our present continuous, they're the same thing. Present continuous, I am working, she is playing, they are sleeping. Okay. So let's find some examples of the simple present where we have the verb and it just ends in S or it doesn't. I work, she plays, they sleep. So this says, Miss Serena teaches ESL. She works part-time 4 mornings a week. She doesn't work on Fridays. Today, her students are learning about the US, but they aren't reading and they aren't speaking. They are watching a movie. Miss Serena sometimes shows movies in class. Her students always enjoy them, and she enjoys them too. All right, so let's look at Miss Serena teaches ESL. Is that our simple present?
Works.
It is simple present.
Mm.
Yes, Miss Serena teaches ESL. That's our simple present tense, teaches. She works part-time 4 mornings a week.
Works.
Works is also simple present. Yes. She doesn't work on Fridays.
Work. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Is that simple present or present continuous?
The simple present.
Simple present, yes. Today, her students are learning about the US.
Are learning.
Are learning.
Yes, present continuous.
It is present continuous, yes. They are consistently doing it. Her students are learning. But they aren't reading and they aren't speaking.
Aren't reading is present continuous.
Good. And what are those? Aren't reading and aren't speaking are?
Aren't speaking is present continuous.
And aren't speaking? Also.
Present continuous.
All, yes. They are not reading. They are not speaking. They are watching a movie.
Are watching
Are watching.
is present continuous.
Another present continuous. Miss Serena sometimes shows movies in class.
Movies.
Shows. To show is the verb. So shows is simple present.
Yes, simple present.
Her students always enjoy them.
Enjoy.
Enjoy is our verb. They like them.
Simple present.
Simple present. And we have another enjoy.
Simple present.
Let's see if we got them. 6 examples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. And we needed 4 of present continuous. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got them. The drawings here. Perfect. Okay, so we need to choose the correct answer. So number 1, Nin listens or is listening to music at home a lot.
Is listen to music.
Nin is listening to music at home a lot. That one's hard. She listens to music. Nin listens to music at home. Right now, she listens or is listening to music in the car. Is listening, yes. So if I added the word usually, that would make this a lot easier. Usually, Nin listens to music at home. Right now, she is listening to music in the car. Number 2, this year, Dasha studies or is studying for her high school equivalency exam. This year.
Studying.
Is studying, yes. So when we're talking about a time period, right now, today, this year, we use our present continuous. She is doing it. This year, she is studying for her exam. She studies or is studying every day.
She studies.
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 Yes, studies. Number 3, Tom makes or is making dinner every night.
Dinner.
Make.
He makes. Tom makes dinner every night. Today, he makes or is making pasta.
Is making.
Is making.
Making pasta.
Good. Today, he is making pasta. Number 4, we don't watch or we are not watching a lot of TV.
We don't
We
watch.
don't.
Yes,
We
so
don't.
to make it easier, I'll say usually we don't watch TV. But today,
How watching.
we are watching. Good, a specific time. Today we are watching. Number 5, this morning I eat or am eating breakfast at a cafe.
Eat.
It would be am eating. Yes. This morning, a specific time, I am eating, but usually I blank breakfast at home.
I
Eat. I eat. Good. All right, let me clear out those. There we go. Raphael works or is working part-time as a security guard.
He's working.
Work.
Works. Yes. Raphael works part-time, but right now he doesn't work or isn't working. He isn't working. Good.
isn't working.
Yes. So right now, Thursday morning, he isn't working. Ooh, let me make that a little smaller. Here we go. Okay, so we need to use the simple present or the present continuous. Number 1, Carl blank a nice shirt today. He usually blank nice clothes. So number 1, Carl wears or is wearing a nice shirt today.
Is
Is wearing. Good.
Is
Is wearing a nice shirt today. Usually he buys or is buying.
Nice clothes.
Yes, buys. He usually buys nice clothes. Linda and Thomas blank in the library today. They always blank the quiet.
Studying.
Is studying. Are.
Are, because Linda and Thomas would be they. Yes. Yes, Linda and Thomas would be they are studying in the library today. they always enjoy or are enjoying the quiet.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. Yes. Good.
Enjoy.
All right. Number 3, Ji-yoon blank home right now. She often blank work at 5.
Is going.
Is going. Right now, she is going
Going.
right now. She often blank work at 5. Leaves. Leaves with an S at the end. She often leaves work at 5. Number 4, Chung and Hwan blank basketball right now. They always
Are
blank.
playing.
Are playing.
Are playing.
Are playing.
Right now, they are playing basketball. They always blank a good time together.
Have.
Have. Yes.
Come again another.
And number 5, Tim and his wife blank in the park now. They sometimes blank their dog with them too.
Are running.
Is
Are running.
running.
Tim and his wife are running in the park now. They sometimes blank their dog with them.
Take.
Take. Yes.
Take.
Yes. Sometimes they take their dog. So you'll notice when we use those adverbs of frequency, always, sometimes, never, then we are going to use our present, our simple present. Okay. Let me switch over here. Okay. Okay, so you're going to work with your partners in breakouts. With your partner, you're going to take turns saying sentences about what you do or you don't do in your free time using your adverbs of frequency. So always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never. And you can use these, listen to music. So for example, I often listen to music. Watch movies, draw, play soccer, go bowling, cook, play the guitar, read, or if there's something else you do in your free time, maybe you take a nap. Maybe you like to knit or crochet or sew. Maybe you garden outside. Okay? So you're going to talk with your partner. I sometimes go to the library, but usually I stay home and watch TV. Or I don't play the guitar in my free time. I never play the guitar. Okay. Let me close that. I will share the link in the chat for you.